Space Poetry, The Lion 5. Hello, Perceptive Readers. This is James. And today I want to talk about education, not just education, really education that costs money. But see, I'm not just talking about college either. I'm not talking about, as they would say, higher education, just that alone. No, I'm actually talking about the education that you would receive that, did cost something, and it would cost something on a level that even after you received the information or you learned it, uh, it's not one of those types of things where then you would, you know, be able to freely give it all the time. For example, I talk about fraternities at times. As you know, different fraternities, boy, their histories often go back several generations, if you will, and farther than that. They celebrate the alumni even from the 1920s or 30s or 40s or what have you. And then if you go, further than that into the 1800s, well, of course, it gets thinner, but all the same, that type of information that is taught to these different groups. Some of it, no, you won't hear them talk about it in the general public. Really, it will only be around their own brothers or their fraternity. Okay. So just think about that type of education that before persons even received it, then, they had to come up with the money or the scholarship funds to even make it that far before they could get that valuable education. Well, same thing with, guess what? Everyday street life at times. You see, you can have persons like sages even walking around that you come in contact with. And over time, who knows, either they may invite you to dinner or lunch or the coffee shop or vice versa. And let me tell you, just by you even supplying a cup of coffee, you see, at times to these persons, you will receive some type of tidbit of information that you wouldn't have received otherwise if you didn't, cover the cost of what? The cup of coffee, and guess what? The cost of your time to actually take the time to do that with that person. Isn't that interesting? And then you will receive some type of valuable tidbit information. And it's not like it was planned that way, but that's exactly what comes out. Now, depending on how long this actually, goes on, you will find then even this person, as you buy those cup of coffees, and it's not like it's, it's required, but I'm just telling you, it's amazing. The different type of flavors and tastes of coffee. You heard me talk about this before, where, coffee, it's not just the taste. It's not just the caffeine. But let me tell you, coffee is really meant to be savored like a drink. And I know some people don't look at it like that because they say, I don't like the taste. I just drink it because it keeps me up. But as I mentioned, if you have the palate for that type of acquired taste, which many, many, many people do around the world, it is enjoyable sometimes just for work. You see, to give you that boost in the morning, or it's just plain enjoyable with good company. And you don't mind covering the cost of someone else. And this is what I'm talking about with the education arena. You heard me mention that people of all different types of backgrounds, different ranges of belief and experience, you see, will have something to share at times just off that cup of coffee that you covered the cost for that valuable information that, hey, let me tell you, you may not have gone to a special school for or what have you, but it could be put in textbooks all the same, just to, use that expression. Well, the thing about, have you ever heard the term, you receive what you put into it? And so it goes to show again with your education, what interests you, that knowledge will continue to grow. And that's what I really want to emphasize for some of you. It is so interesting at times, or it's really encouraging to see a person who, like, take the Bible, for instance. You see how thick that book is? But it is interesting or encouraging at times to still see a person who may have only read a couple of books out of those 66 little books. And already it is very obvious that God is smiling upon that person and their efforts. This was the Spaceship Lion 5. Have a very wonderful day, Perceptive Readers. Keep on learning. Are you learning something new every day? Well, again, keep on, and maybe sometimes it only costs a cup of coffee. Take care.